globe. And those who are here, to all of them, good afternoon and good evening. I am Indranath Sinha, 1982 Mining Engineering. To the graduates of this millennium, INS here. It's indeed my honor to welcome you all on this last Sunday of the year 2020 to the 7th edition of the Global Alumni Day. The ongoing pandemic is too small a factor to prevent us from coming together, though it has temporarily succeeded in constraining us to meet only virtually. It is a day of nostalgia, of echoing green, of celebrating our tradition, and to top it all, of celebrating our alma mater. We are truly blessed with your presence. And to double the joy of the day, we are graced by the presence of great personalities. For the inaugural session, we have an e-assembly of distinguished personalities. On the screen, we have Professor Partha Sarathi Chakraborty, Honorable Director, IIST Shibpur. I'm sure you all are joining me to give an e-round of applause for Professor Chakraborty.
Yep.
Welcome, Professor Chakraborty. We are beholden to you for kindly agreeing to grace the occasion. We would look forward to hearing your wise thoughts and views. We have amongst us Professor Arindam Biswas, Dean, International Relations and Alumni Affairs. Thank you, Professor Biswas, and a very, very cordial welcome. We have on the screen Srimati Anjana Ganguly Roy, 1977 ETC. They were smiling president of Gabesu. अंजना दी, आप ही का आंगन में आपका स्वागत है. We have the honorary secretary of Gabesu, Sri Shitangshu Shekhar Ghosh, 1980 mechanical engineering. Welcome, Shitangshu da. And of course, Amitabh da. Ever since this annual festivity commenced, if there has been one man for the occasions, it has been Sri Amitabh Datta, 1974 civil engineering. And this year is no exception. Welcome, convener 7th Alumni Day program. Having said that, we look back and we say that the year that passed by has been hers, very hers, for more than one reason. But where it hurt most is that it has snatched from us many a good soul. If I remember correctly, according to our record, in 2019, we lost 13 Sipurians. But in 2020, we lost as many as 33 good souls. That included Professor Shankar Sen, 1948 Electrical, a very glorious alumnus of the Institute. But Professor Shankar Sen aged. It would have been necessary for part with him for all of us today or tomorrow. But I could not help but weep unconsolably to know that COVID-19 has snatched our beloved Anirban Pal, the 2014 topper in civil engineering. Too early to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we mourn the demise of all the members of our fraternity. Let's share a moment of silence in remembrance of the departed soul. Thank you. May we now switch on our next program. I'd like to invite Sri Amitabh Datta, convener 7th Alumni Day, to speak about the event. Amitabh da.
Amitabh da, unmute karo na, please.
Sorry. Thank you, Indranath. At the outset, I welcome you all to our annual Grand Gala, the 7th Global Alumni Days this year. Thank you all for joining this very unique virtual version. This is the first of its type and hopefully the last one too. Yes, we all experienced an unprecedented situation with the global COVID-19 pandemic. A virus not visible to our naked eyes has put the world on pause. However, this situation has also compelled us to learn how to make a move from pause to forward. As someone once told, the show must go on. This is not the show that we all crave for, or the type of the show that we all crave for. But I appreciate your effort to be together virtually today. Though we are not physically present in the heart of our beloved campus, but I can't resist myself calling a good day once again, B College. Once again, we are here in your warm lab. This year's organizing team has given an excellent special effort in presenting this maiden version of virtual mode, and I trust you all will appreciate this endeavor. So please remain together virtually and enjoy. Before I close, I say let us all hope and pray for going back to our original mode of physical gathering in our beloved campus in the years to come. I thank you once again. And with this, I request Indonath to take this further forward. Yep.
Indro, mute acho.
I hope I'm audible now.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you, Amitabh. As you said, we move forward. I would now urge our ever beaming President Srimati Anjana Ganguly Roy to kindly deliver her welcome address. Anjana Di.
Thanks, Indro. Respected Professor Parthasarathi Chakraborty, respected panelists of Business Meet session, Professor Indranil Manna, moderator of today's panel discussion, IIEST deans and HODs, my senior and junior and my batch alumni and their family, good evening and good morning based on wherever in the world you are located. On behalf of the Executive Committee and the entire members of GABESU, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 7th Global Alumni Day today on 27th December 2020 on a virtual platform. GABESU has completed 15 years of its journey since its inception on June 10, 2005. The association exists wholly and solely to help our current students, alumni, and by extension, the institute itself to succeed. Our alumni have played a significant role in upholding the legacy and branding of the institute in the technology forum over the decades on a global scale. We are what we are because many of you have partnered with IIEST to make it happen. You come back to campus to interact with the students and faculty. You attend events and then tell your friends, colleagues, fellow alums, and prospective students about the exciting things taking place here. You volunteer your time and your talent. You like us on social media. You provide internships, jobs, and career advice to current IIEST students. And you place IIEST as a high priority in your charitable investments. I ask that you never underestimate the impact you have on today's students. You are their inspiration. You demonstrate what is possible through earning an IIEST degree. Our students take advantage of more than 100 scholarships and fellowship awards sponsored by alums and various alumni chapters every year, and 2021 is no exception. We are dedicated to further globalizing our mission through a systematic and sustained engagement between the IIEST community and the world at large. We must understand where we came from, the shoulders upon which we stand, so that we can strategically become what we need to be. IIEST must never become a photograph. In the life of an institution, there are certain key moments in time when present themselves, moments when the institution collectively arrives at a crossroads. I think of these moments as pivot points because how the institution reacts to them, the decisions made, and the courses charted have reverberations, positive or negative, for years to come. Today's pivot point results from the confluence of economics, technology, demographics, global hotspots, and changing societal expectations. Society demands that we educate this generation with the skills and experiences they will need to navigate an ever-changing world at an affordable cost. The road that lies ahead won't be easy. There will be obstacles and missed exits, potholes and roadblocks. There will be times when each of us will feel like we cannot possibly go on. There will be times when each of us will think he or she is alone. But we are not alone. We are all in this journey together and we will succeed. Together, we engage ourselves, cherishing our eternal bond with our alumni and alma mater. Thank you and stay safe. Enjoy today's program.
Thank you, Anjana ji.
What do you?
You are always an inspiration. Just in response to your sayings, can I say, तेरे चाहत को बदनाम होने नहीं देंगे. And to our alma mater, we say, मेरे जिंदगी में शाम आए या ना आए, तेरे जिंदगी में शाम आने नहीं देंगे. Thank you very much again. May I now approach Professor Partho Saruthi Chakraborty, Honorable Director, IIEST Shibpur, to kindly deliver his address. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Partho Saruthi Chakraborty. Sir, please.
Good evening and welcome to this 7th Alumni Day. I joined this executive committee of GABESU and all my esteemed faculty members and welcome you to this program. And at the very onset, I would like to thank you for inviting me, even though I'm not an alumnus of the institution, nor do I member of GABESU also. In any way, I'm not connected, but I'm happy that you invited me. And I'll share my some of my thoughts. And as you know that the country is going through a peculiar situation, and in fact, the whole world is going through. And probably last year also, we never thought that we'll meet on a virtual platform like this. But time has taught us a lot of things and some challenges which we never imagined that this will happen. But on many occasions, I shared my views about this COVID crisis 19. I like to see it as a kind of man-made disaster than a natural disaster or outbreak of a virus. And I do not understand why people say that small virus is always small. Media has created such a hype about COVID crisis that this tiny virus, I do not know which virus look like an elephant that we talk about, that COVID virus is very, very tiny inside that they have brought us to our knees. That's very strange. And the way media has propagated it and shown it on the screen that some IPL match is going on every day, the death rate is increasing, and the kind of panic that has been created, it is much more than the disaster that has actually caused, right? And the people are so panicked, as the head of the institution, I understand how difficult it is to convince the staff members to come to office and work, right? And if the situation goes like this, probably COVID will not kill us, but our economy will definitely kill us. We'll have to stand and face the challenge, and you'll have to learn to live with COVID. That's my message to all. I'm trying to give this message to all my students, all my faculty members. Professor Indranath Sinha must be knowing how difficult it was for me to convince my faculty members to come here to conduct the examination online. If we are so much scared about COVID, we will never be able to face the challenge. And that panic, I think the media should have played a positive role in this, because if you see the mortality rate in COVID, is much less than the number of people die out of tuberculosis or other viral diseases in the country like India. And we feel at some point of time, probably Indians have developed some herd immunity. And that's why the kind of massacre it has done in the Western countries, European countries, that has not really happened, because you know that a majority section of the people live with their minimum, it's a very, very deplorable condition. Their living, their healthcare, everything. If you see compared to that, the death. Actually, it has probably mostly affected those people who stay in comfort zones. And they are much more affected than those people who are really maybe daily laborers, farmers working in the field, because they know that if you don't go to field and work, probably you will die of hunger. So they're less scared of COVID than those people like us who has that luxury to not to come to office. Particularly, I've seen in the government offices where I've seen the attendance is so poor. They are doing everything, going to market and places, going to fairs, other places. But when it comes to coming to office, they have a reservation that maybe you get affected by COVID. So this is very, very disappointing. Anyway, Institute has faced this challenge, and we have learned from this and devised a lot of. We are taking help of new technology for imparting your teaching learning, the examination system also in the online examination mode. You know that there are different problems in conducting examination, but Institute is doing a lot of experiments on that, and probably we didn't follow many of the institutions. We devised our own system of taking an online examination in real time. That's for the first time and I'm happy that my colleagues and the faculty members, they come forward, and really the IT section people, they have helped in devising this and testing it, and it is working really fine. And we didn't expect that the response will be this, and I hope we'll be able to conduct the end semester in the examination. Because before me, the challenge was that if we dilute this examination system, probably our credibility will go. And one problem which is yet to be solved, and where I think the alumni can play a big role, probably in supporting the student. Today, what is necessary is not probably giving the scholarship to the students, but some kind of free tuition fee, etc. If this can be arranged for the COVID-affected student, that will be a great thing probably. And because you know that Institute has already given a lot of rebate and relaxation, whatever were fees were decided by the Institute, we have waived off all these fees to the students. But tuition fee is something which is not in our hands. So the matter was taken to Board of Governors, and the Board of Governors, the ministry people were there. They said that the tuition fee cannot be waived by this Board of Governors. It has to go to ministry. I wrote a letter to the ministry, and probably since it's a cabinet decision, probably the tuition fee cannot be waived. So under this condition, so how to help those people whose parents have lost job because of this COVID? So that we need to look into whether this Gabesu or other organization, other associations which are there, different batches, alumni, they can come forward and help to meet this crisis. Some students are really affected, but even though government has lot of rebate government gives in terms of those depending on the salary slabs, they give full rebate to the tuition fee, then 50%, 75%, 50% like that. In spite of that, those who are affected, in some stray cases, some of the alumni in our alumni cell meeting, some of the alumnus actually, they proposed that we'll take care of these fees, and they have paid the fees. So some isolated and stray cases we have done. But I think a lot more people needed support. So, and another tendency I've seen, don't take it other way. I generally prefer to speak a little frankly. Maybe for that I'm criticized also in different forms, but I don't mind. The thing is that alumni wants to spend some money and some work or event which is visible to people that this is done by, created by alumni. But supporting these students, that visibility doesn't come. It cannot be showcased that these particular students were helped by this thing. But we'll have to come out of this. We'll have to come out of this, and because this will be one-time support, which you cannot probably showcase afterwards. But if you create a facility, you can say that, say 93 batches created this facility or 89 batches created this facility. So we'll have to come out of this kind of culture and helping people where they are in need. And I must acknowledge that many people have actually come forward and donated immensely. You know that a digital education hub has been created with the help of one of the alumnus. And he has donated a sum of 1 crore rupees for creating the digital education hub, which was the need of the hour. And another interesting development was one of this donor who was no way connected to IST, Shipur, has donated 50 lakhs rupees to the institution for the institution of a few fellowship for the first year students, and this will be given to all 4 years. So we are getting generous support from the individual also, but from Gabesu like associations, others, they should try that they can gather a quantum of sum, and so that fees of the some students can be arranged. But you can give a thought about it. It's just because many students, because we have done our best, because government money can be spent under certain heads and cannot be spent on all heads or according to your, even if it is our IRG, internal resource generation, then also without permission we cannot spend. So that's the problem. This is one area which you can see. And another thing I just like to share, there's some confusion in the minds of some people saying that what is the necessity of creating an alumni cell. I want to clear the air that there's no conflict of the alumni cell of the institute with any of the associations, including Gabesu. That should be understood very clearly, very clearly. It's very important, because some people are propagating some messages like that as if these two things are conflicting. No. Alumni cell is a single window of the institute through which any of these associations, including Gabesu, or personal individual level, alumni at individual level, can approach the institute. Because sometimes we have seen that they don't know who is the nodal person, whom to contact to give the support to the institute. And that's why the alumni cell is created. So it is no way conflicting with any of the association. So please clearly understand this thing and do not propagate wrong things. Some of the members are misunderstood it and propagating. I sometimes get stray mails from people, but I don't like to explain, because individually explaining to these people is not possible. But since this is a forum, I thought that I should share with you and clear the air. So never ever think that you can, Gabesu, when you want to help the institute, you can approach to alumni cell or individual graduate or any association of any batch, they can, and that's the purpose of creating. And this is very much in existence in top institutions like the ISC Bangalore, and they are doing so in the same even though we have not copied from there. So this idea was there, and later on we found that many institutions, this kind of cell is there. And that's all. Again, thank you for giving me this opportunity and share some of my thoughts with you. And I take this opportunity to wish you a belated Merry Christmas. This is already over. And a very, very happy New Year 2021. And I think that this COVID scare will not be there in 2021 that much. Even though things are very, very uncertain and no one wants to take any kind of risk. I do not know how long it will continue, maybe another 4 or 5 months. This will continue, but everyone is thinking that vaccine will come and everything will be over, but don't think about that vaccine will solve all the problems. But one thing is that the panic level will be reduced slightly, and we'll have to face the challenge. We'll have to face the challenge and learn to live with COVID. So with these few words, I conclude. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, Jai Hind. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much for sharing your thoughts and for your wishes. Having known the people at Gabesu EC for quite some time, let me reassure you on all of their behalf, should the situation so demands, Gabesu would never be found wanting. And we reciprocate your wishes, and let us hope that tomorrow would be a better tomorrow, a shining tomorrow. And under your leadership, our alma mater will scrape new heights. Having heard the erudite oration of Professor Chakraborty, we now look forward to listening to Professor Arindam Biswas, Dean, International Relations and Alumni Affairs. Professor Biswas, please.
Honorable Director, Professor Parthasarathi Chakraborty, other faculty members and the members of Gabesu. I'm honored to be invited to this occasion to reflect back. As I remember, last year, Alumni Day, it was celebrated in front of the first lobby of the old building. There it was a sunny day, and we got to meet many of the people face to face. We shared a lot of thoughts at that time. And in this occasion, today, it is basically a virtual occasion. I do not know about you, but being a teacher for the last 6 months and about 8-9 months, interacting in the virtual mode has been a practice here. We experience it almost every day. Coming to the other points, as you remember, we are working on several projects with Gabesu. President Gabesu, Ms. Anjala Ganguly Roy, and Shitangshu Shekhar Ghosh, they are aware of it. And as outlined by our director, Professor Parthasarathi Chakraborty, that the paradigm has shifted now. We see there are many students. I will not say that it's a large number of students. However, there are some students whose parents have lost their job. They're struggling to carry on with their studies. So on such occasions, it is our duty from the point of the faculty members also, we try to donate some money to them so that they can take it forward. One of the alumni who came forward, whose father expired, and if you understand that, if you see the reaction on the part of the student, the way he said that this is a gesture, and this gesture he would like to reciprocate in the coming years when he will be established, and he will definitely try to contribute in this way if some students falls in some problem. And with these words, and also I think the COVID-19 has created a lot of issues with respect to the day-to-day working of the institute, as such a day-to-day working of almost everyone. So we believe that we will not have to meet, at least for the reason of COVID, in such a virtual mode in the coming year. We'll expect in 2021, it will be again that vibrant, lively morning inside the institute premises. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Vishwas. I always appreciate your way of putting things straight and simple. I always like your eloquence, and it was as good. Thank you again. I recall the days when we used to publish alumni link regularly, and that used to be our link with all the alumni. It was the link of the institute to the alumni. We used to share the information, and subsequently, in order to be in sync with time, we have switched over to the soft form. Now we are going to launch the next issue of it. The next issue of the alumni link is to be launched under the good care of Sri Sandeep Chatterjee, 1998 Mechanical Engineering, and Mrs. Shompa Pramanik, 1990 Electrical Engineering. Sri Sandeep Chatterjee to unmute and take charge.
Good morning and good evening. On behalf of the Alumni Link editorial team, it is my pleasure to launch this edition. Usually we do multiple editions throughout the year, but this time, because of the nature of the pandemic, we thought we will do a digital edition this time. So essentially, if you look at it, the first time, the cover page looks something like this, because I know during this pandemic, because of people have been taking up new hobbies. So we thought that this picture is by Irika Sinha, daughter of Soumitra Sinha, 1981 metallurgy. So we thought that this is what better way to have it as the cover page. So now let's move to the table of contents. Essentially, if you look at it, usually our digital editions are between 16 to 18 pages, but the Alumni Day edition, which we usually call it a bumper edition. So we have maintained that same thing. So essentially, I will not walk you through all the contents, but to give you something, essentially there is an editorial which we start with. Then we have the address from the president, Anjanadi. Then essentially in March, we did a special edition on Dr. Shankar Sen, and that was very well appreciated by the alumni. So essentially, after we launched the edition, we got a few more articles, and the hallmark of this is we have the tribute by his daughters and his grandson. So we have covered that. So essentially, this is a mix of articles, travelogues, poems, paintings, technical writing. So you name everything, you have everything. Essentially, we have also covered something on Bitcoin and blockchain, because that is how the world is moving towards. Last 2 weekends, we had the quiz, the first virtual quiz, which was, I think, was a phenomenal success. So we have a coverage around that. As Indra mentioned in the beginning, we lost a few souls this year, unfortunate. So we have had a page as a tribute to them. Next is, again, the national education policy was launched, and we have a panel discussion after this talking about the intent and implementation. So we have a write-up covering that. So essentially, just to keep people abreast of what is happening. And finally, everybody knows about Anup, how that Braveheart has been fighting it out for the last 100 days. So essentially, what we said is, as a community, B College as a community across batches, people have stood together to help him, because this was quite an expensive thing. And there are people, I don't want to name anybody because this is a collective effort, but as I say, any mass, it's always needs leaders. This is a very classic example of an authentic leadership, inspired leadership, and I'm sure this is going to set an example in the coming years. So we thought that this is a befitting tribute to what we can do together. So with this, I formally launch our Alumni Link Alumni Day edition. So you will get an email from Gabesu office. It is a PDF which you will get. In case you don't receive it, please mail back to us. We will definitely have it sent across you, and do read it. Please give us your feedback, because whatever we do well, if we hear good things about it, we are motivated, and there are certain things we may not have done that well. So essentially, you can put your comments to the same Gabesu email. So essentially, with this, I formally launch the Alumni Day Alumni Link edition. So thank you very much. Over to you, Indroda.
Thank you, Shandip. A commendable effort, as usual. And personally speaking, I like the cover very, very much. So with the launching of this e-edition, the digital edition of our Alumni Link, we come to the end of our inaugural program. Well, almost. Time to thank the persons who made this possible. To propose a vote of thanks, I invite Sri Shitangshu Shekhar Ghosh, Honorary Secretary, Gabesu. Shitangshu Da.
Thank you, Professor Sinha, for calling me as per protocol to give the vote of thanks in front of this August gathering. Today is a wonderful day indeed, where despite these trying times, we have gathered from around the world to celebrate Global Alumni Day 2020 via online video conferencing with the same excitement and enthusiasm as in-person ceremony would have allowed. I, on behalf of Gabesu EC7, do hereby thank Professor Partho Sarathy Chakraborty, Director IIEST, Shibpur, who despite his other commitments and busy schedule has joined us to strengthen the bond between the alumni and this great institute, which has been serving, making at the nation for more than 160 years. I also extend my gratitude and thankful to Professor Arindam Vishwas, Dean, International Relations and Alumni Affairs, who has always played a significant role as a bridge between the alumni and present institute administration. It is our great pleasure that our seniors who have guided us throughout our journey are here with us, notably Onunda, Achyuda, Probidda, Niharda. I have seen Omitabo Ghoshal, as well as I have seen Professor Ajoy Rai. He is also today. It is the name of the few, and I am thankful to them for always inspiring us. Moreover, our convener, Omitabo Datto, Gabesu President Anjana Ganguly Rai, Working President Prosenjit Chakraborty, Vice President Parthopratim Chattopadhyay, Assistant Secretary Shyam Nandi, and all EC7 members of Gabesu put their best effort to make this Alumni Day successful. I extend my heartiest thanks to them. I would also take this opportunity to specially thank Shapon Shaha, Biman Ghosh, Omitabo Das, Sandip Chatterjee, Shampa Pamanik for their untiring effort. I am also thankful to Amitabh, Saurabh Koyal and Tultul Rai for their dedicated work. Moreover, today our business meet will start after this inaugural program, and it will be our pleasure to listen to the discussion involving our eminent panelists on the topic Challenges in the Implementation of National Educational Policy 2020 in Engineering Education. Our esteemed panelists for today are Dr. B. N. Suresh, Chancellor, Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram, Dr. Srikumar Banerjee, Chancellor, Central University of Kashmir, Srimati Amita Sharma, former Additional Secretary of Technical Education, MHRD, Government of India, Dr. Debashish Bhattacharya, Vice President, New Materials Development and Business, Tata Steel, Dr. Monish Gupta, Director of Google Research, India, Dr. Soumitra Banerjee, Professor, IISER Kolkata, and our moderator is Professor Indranil Manna, Vice Chancellor of BIT, Mesra, and ex-director of Kanpur. It is my privilege to inform all of you that Dr. Soumitra Banerjee and Indranil Manna is a product of our institute only. So we will have very good panelists today. And I am grateful to them for taking out time for their busy schedule and agreeing to participate in today's discussion, which will definitely enrich our knowledge. Last but not the least, I extend my gratitude to the performers of the cultural ceremony, which is recorded under the leadership of Indranil Sel. It is my sincere hope that you will have a nice time today and the pandemic situation will improve soon and we will meet in person in our college premises to cherish our old spent days, our alma mater, on the last Sunday of 2021. Moreover, those who are the donor for this 2020 Alumni Day, I sincerely grateful and thanks to them. That's all.
Thank you, Shitangshuda. I cannot let you go just like that. There are two reasons. Number one is that you started your oration by addressing me as Professor Sinha. An Gabesu like, and this I do not accept. When I am talking Shitangshuda, you cannot really call me Professor Sinha. Second thing, this is for others. Our custom is such, the man who does a lot of work also proposes vote of thanks, and his work become thankless. So on all of your behalf, I thank Shitangshuda for the fantastic work that he has been putting for for the Gabesu. So with this, I once again thank Shitangshuda. Thank you, dignitaries. Thank you all. We switch over to the next part of our program. But meanwhile, I'd like to inform the assembled gathering that Professor Ajay Kumar Roy, the former Vice Chancellor and former Director of IIST Shibpur, has joined. He is with us today. Anyway, we look forward to the business meet and a principal component of our Alumni Day has always been and hopefully shall always be the business meet. This year, the topic chosen for panel discussion is
Professor Sinha, can I interrupt for a moment? Just I'll take your leave because I have a lot of files to clear now, right?
Sir, we understand. But thanks a ton for being with us and thanks for your encouraging words once again. Thank you very much, sir.
Professor Chakraborty, we would have loved you listen to the panel discussion.
Yeah, I know.
It's really interesting and something related to our institute also.
I have a lot of files to clear. Tomorrow I have an examination for my course which I'm teaching, so I'm occupied actually.
Okay. Thanks
Please
for
excuse me.
joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, Professor Sinha, the same thing from my side. I have to prepare for tomorrow's examination. You know, that e-examination, it takes a kind of preparation on our part. Thank you very much. I think you have a nice time.
But Professor Vishwas, we will be continuing for quite some time. If you find time, you please come back. Because I know you and you would definitely enjoy this panel discussion and also the cultural program that is to follow. If possible, please come back.
I'll try to come back. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
I take the mic once again. As what I was telling, that this important event, business meet, has always been a very, very important part